go ahead and do this video, man, because the revelations that's coming to me from the spirit plane, I was writing an article just now. And, you start putting the clues to things together, and this is some really evil shit that I got caught up in. It's no fault of my own. It's not the fault of my spirit guides. It's just that I've been getting caught up by really evil fucking entities and people my entire fucking life. And that's why my life is so fucked up and I'm living in a homeless shelter. This story it just gets crueler and crueler and crueler. And very unfortunate for my poor family. We should be living large. I shouldn't, even though it's nice, I should be living in the homeless shelter in South Central. That's not where I belong. I remember when I used to prostitute, my poor daddy said to me, Raven, that's not you, baby girl. That's not you. And I'm going to tell you how ugly this curse is. This is killing me. This is the one that kills me the most. And I know some of y'all are going to want to fucking laugh, but trust me, energy harvesting and soul stealing are very real. They're very real things, and it's been happened to me. Now, remember how I used to talk about some white girl by the name of Rosie or from Destrehan, Louisiana, stealing my timelines? Remember how I used to talk about how I died in my sleep on August 22nd, 2022? This is evil. This is pure fucking evil. The revelations that's coming to me. Well, it turns out it's not somebody that they supposedly, what they call it, pocket cop. That's what the Rainers, aka the Occalas, call it when they catch somebody, when they sacrifice someone, or when somebody's ready to sacrifice someone. I'm going to say it right now, down in my soul consciousness, I barely have anything. I even look bad. This is killing me, man. I need a lot of spiritual help for this shit, because this is just unfair what's been set up against me. I don't deserve this. I do not deserve it. I ain't a perfect person, but even when I was down there, I used to help homeless people, and not for no selfish reasons, because I saw myself in them, and then I did end up as homeless one day. I used to help out people on the whole stroll when I was a cop watcher back in the day, help them get an apartment, not an apartment, but a motel room. I saw girls sleeping on the streets, and that killed me. And I set up in the motel room and everything, and that's when my blessings were being taken. It's a long story, but let me go ahead and talk about it. Now, I remember how I used to talk about a white girl from Louisiana. Supposedly, her name is Rosie. I'm being fucked with by evil-ass malicious beings right now as I talk, man. I never stood a chance. But supposedly my spirit guides say, I always knew I should have fucking went to De La Salle. I fucked up not going to De La Salle. I should have never went to that nigga-ass fucking school, that Mayate black-ass school. I fucked up royally. Because my spirit guides, my higher selves, who are largely white, and that's because my soul presents as white, they all told me. Well, they didn't tell me at the time, but now I'm hearing it now in the spirit plane. Now I'm a more spiritual person. Not to get into material stuff and not finding out that, see, I'm going to say it right now, anytime you part of Baron Samedi's bloodline, I'll tell you his real name. But I'm going to go ahead and hold back because of... Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to say it like this right now. Anytime you part of that ignorant ass nigga's fucking bloodline, he's an extremely jealous motherfucker who way back in the day, from what I understand, used to rape prostitutes, kill and rape prostitutes, and he stunk to high heaven. They call him a roach attachment. When I see him, he kind of looks like one in the astral plane. Anyways, he has a disdain from what I understand, of respectable black people. You know, when I say respectable, I mean not criminal minded like I was at the time and still am to a large degree. Like I was in the past, very down to earth person. But when I was young, I was a very studious person. Some people would say uptight, but not uptight to where I was snobbish. I was just like my father. My father would pass by the school. I can kill that ignorant ass nigga for getting us embroiled in this shit. It was not St. James Major, but it was another school. It was a special ed school for special children like my brother, who's been trying to in his best possible way. Right now, I can feel an evil spirit. I believe it's him that's trying to cut, the back of my whatchamacallit here. Like I say, I'm just gonna start laying it down on these evil ass spirits and just start putting them out there on Front Street. I'm not giving a fuck anymore. They're cutting off pieces of my consciousness so I can't get certain shit. Right now as I talk. This is evil. I forgot the name of the school. It was a special school in New Orleans. And it was ran by a really beautiful soul of a teacher, of a principal. But it died out with little money. It had no money. This is just fucked up. This is fucked up. It died out with little money. Anyways, he used to drive by the school every single day. And there was a little homeless man. And my dad, he was a cop, but he wasn't like other cops. He was a very caring, down to earth person. I remember once when he was talking about prostitutes being on the street, he said, look, a prostitute can be raped too. So I don't think that a prostitute can't get raped. He, just like I myself, have been treated very unfairly all throughout my life, all throughout his life. He used to always talk to a little homeless man there every time he would stop. Now, let me try to back up, try to remember what I wanted to say. I'm trying to remember exactly what I wanted to say. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I was, always a very studious person. They fucking with my consciousness right now as I try to talk with you, and they use an entity attachment of a loved one to do it. I'm going to say it like this. From what I'm understanding, spirit plane, if you're somebody with great spiritual powers and abilities, Baron Samedi gets jealous of that. And he tries to tear you down every minute, every second. Like anybody who is in his bloodline dies a horrible, horrible, horrible death. I actually warred with him not too long ago in the astral plane for my soul. It's a long story, but I'm going to get into it. And snatched his abilities and all that shit and put him in the fucking jar. Like I said, I know his real name. And I know plenty of people who've been hurt by him. I'm not holding back because this is just pure evil what I'm up against and dealing with. And that's why, despite what these little spirits saying, despite how they try to intimidate me, I'm realizing now that I've just been surrounded by evil spirits my entire fucking life. And spirit guides and all that that's supposed to be working with you. With that being said, anybody who shines with great spiritual powers and abilities in his bloodline, he tries to tear you down. Now, I was born with a white soul. My soul is white. I'm not your typical black. Like I said, I'm not an Uncle Tom, but I'm just somebody, I'm myself, Down to earth person, I'm real. That's the best way to describe me. I don't put up with shit. I'm not no ass kissing Uncle Tom. I don't kiss white people's asses. As a matter of fact, I sort of had a hatred of whites when I was growing up. And that's because having been a white person in a past life, I saw how blacks were being treated, and I saw how I was getting treated versus how it was in a past life with whites, and I didn't like that shit. Still don't like it to this day. It fucks me up, and that's why I like being condescending towards them and putting them in their place. Woo. With that being said, from what I'm hearing in the spiritual plane, before I incarnated here, I was told, do not get spiritual. And they were telling me that for a reason. My higher selves, if you get spiritual, they really don't defend you. Because they weren't built for that. They were built for you to be in Hollywood. They were built for you to be doing well. Anyways, I'm gonna stop listening to these damn spirits because they're gonna confuse the fuck out of you and throw you off and try to intimidate you into silence about talking about shit. Anyways, with that being said, you can always get something back. I should have never attended Xavier Prep. The first time I came there, I was a target automatically for very evil ass motherfuckers, cool motherfuckers. Got made fun of, got picked on viciously by students and teachers alike for being articulate, for being intelligent, woo woo. Now, there was a teacher, her name was Miss Preston. Looking back on it, I didn't realize that this was part of a curse, but it was a manifestation of a curse. She didn't like me because I was very, very individualistic. Now, from what I understand, she was a Satanist. I was kind of like a near-do version in Satanist as well. And I didn't, not really actually realizing it. I didn't realize that at the time, but I'm realizing it now. I actually had a soul contract with Satan to die at the age of 58, which I cut up. I got rid of it, and that's while I was in jail and I was first going through the first phases of the curse. To say something about the curse as well, it revealed a lot of things that I needed to know about in the spirit realm so I can be able to proceed forward materially in life. Because this is evil, man. I'm just surrounded by nothing but evil ass fucking spirits, for spirit guides and every fucking thing. My spirit guides were actually, the original ones were actually, very good and wholesome to some degree. But we go into details. So, anyways, with that being said, remember how I used to talk about? I'm gonna say this right now. She didn't like me because I had a lot of like me. She did too, but she was very, very deceptive. I don't like deceiving people. You got to be straight and narrow with me. She was my chemistry teacher. Now, looking back on it at the time, I didn't realize that this was a manifestation of a curse, but it is. And from what I'm understanding, she's living high off the hog on my blessings. Um, she has like a skincare helpline and stuff. There were actually a couple of people who took my blessings from high school. One really, really big one is a girl named Crystal. Black girl named Crystal. I saw her in the astral plane and the astral vision in the gym. In Houston, from what I'm understanding, she's living a very luxurious life, doing very, very well. And I'm sitting up here fucking wallowing in a homeless shelter in South Central, living in the strings of homeless shelters because of an unfair curse that got placed on me through an unfair soul contract, which I recently just broke. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it because all these things have been trying to swear me down to silence, be silent about it, don't talk about it. Woo. It's going to get very interesting as well, so please bear with me. Anyways, I didn't realize that what she said when she told, when she said drop the English accent was actually meant to be a curse. When she said that it did something to my soul, my heart chakra, to where it broke it and destroyed it and caused me major soul loss on the right part of my body. Later on, I learned in the spirit world that she actually sold me to Baron Samedi as a sacrifice. That's why I was never successful in life, materially. It's because I was made a sacrifice by that ignorant ass motherfucking nigga, who, from what I understand, orchestrated it in the spirit world. With that being said, because this is like pure fucking evil, pure evil when I'm dealing with pure evil, dealing with unfair spirits, siphoning off my blessings, and all these people that are doing it are fucking millionaires. They're doing very, very well in life, thriving in life. And meanwhile, I saw myself in the roach room. I had very beautiful looking soul. Roaches all over me. Very stunning. Like roaches all over me. Crawling all over me. One of the people on here actually mentioned that he saw that. Now, with that being said, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm tired of people stealing my blessings, siphoning off my spiritual abilities and all of that, and just being set up in unfair scenarios and situations in the spirit plane as well as in the material where I'm just set fucking back. Anyways, after that happened, that affected my throat chakra. And that nigga, I'll call him a fucking nig with the hard ER, because that's what the fuck he is. I don't know what I was thinking hiring that nigger on as a spirit guy. I fucked up. I fucked up big time. To make a long story short, he put an entity attachment that felt like a ball and chain in my throat chakra so that I won't speak properly for years. This curse actually released me from that. This curse was actually a curse and a blessing. I'm not gonna lie. I talk shit about white people this, white people that. But one thing I'm gonna say is these motherfuckers did the worst to me. But it's a blessing in disguise because it kind of showed me just how fucked up my situation is spiritually and where I could have fucking gone in the afterlife had I not figured out what was going on and put a stop to it. That's why I was talking funny. And that's why I couldn't get anywhere in life. Now, my 18th birthday, it's funny too, I remember a picture of me. I look like Britney Spears in the face. That's when I saw that he had placed Illuminati level reptilians that I believe that I'm related to, like the dark Tyrannosaurus Rex, all black type, to keep me from becoming spiritual so I won't find out the shade and fraud that he was doing to me in the astral plane with the stealing of my blessings. As a matter of fact, the only spirit guide who was brave enough to go down there and rescue those blessings was a spirit guide named Eden. And she was biracial. And she's fucked up in the head to this day. And them motherfuckers, the rest of my spirit guides just left her where she was. I've been wanting to help her, but some other spirit guides were like, no, don't help her. But I really do. Because I don't think it's right what's happening. What's done happened to them, what's done happened to me, what's done happened in my fucking life. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong what I'm facing. Dealing in this realm with evil ass fucking people who are full of fucking sacrifices, intentions towards sacrificing people. I never signed up for this shit. I never asked for this shit. I'm gonna say something right now. I know people are gonna think I'm fucking crazy when I talk about this. One of the things that I saw is that I signed up at one point to be the Antichrist. I was meant to avert it, not make it happen. I'm too nice of a person to do shit like that. If I truly was, I would have been picked up a long time ago. That's something that I saw in the astral plane. So that's how good of a person I am. Sacrifice myself so that there won't be no motherfucking World War III. I know that sounds crazy. But you can check in the astral plane. Hold on. This hurts. Alright, so I just had to take a moment to think about something. You kind of have to think about what you want to say and all that. You're talking about the spirit plane when you as close to it as me. Astral that. My spirit body looks so fucking bad, it's not even funny. So to make a long story short, this is extremely cruel. What's done happened to me. Alright. From what I'm understanding, he made me a sacrifice. Now, unlike these two crackers, took me on as a sacrifice and just totally took every fucking thing, anything that they could. If it wasn't for the abetment of certain spirit guides, especially one, it just kills me to think about what happened to her. What's that happened to my life? What's that happened to my dad, my mom? My brothers, we shouldn't be living like this. This shit that's happening spiritually and to a large degree materially. It kills me. It kills me. It kills me. I don't deserve this shit. I don't deserve this shit, especially what happened to my mom and my dad. That's not them. That's not them in their bodies. That's not them. Both of my parents are very loving and good people, man. They don't deserve what happened. They got offered up as sacrifices as well. I never consented to this shit. I never consented to any of this shit. That's the thing that kills me. My blessings are getting robbed, and I never consented to this shit. And my life's been turned up upside down because of some evil-ass fucking scheming-ass spirits that just don't like me for whatever. They had personality clashes. That's not right. I've been treated unfairly all my fucking life and misunderstood. I don't deserve this. In the latter part of my life, and then for these evil motherfuckers to want to make me a sacrifice. I feel something right now trying to burn something that's attached to the back of my body. Baby Sammy is an evil motherfucker. I'm going to tell you that right now. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about in detail what's going on. From what I understand, to this modern day, no, I feel something right behind me fucking with me right now. It's trying to burn a crucial part of my astral body, our consciousness. That explains why, like, none of my spirit guides came around to help when this happened. I saw my poor ancestors, my family in the roach realm. One time when I went in and, I'm going to talk about that later on in detail, and did a rescue mission. I saw my poor eaten up daddy, and that killed me. That kills me because my dad's a sweet man. I'm not just saying it because that's my dad. He's actually a good man who's been treated like shit all his life by people. Like me, he don't deserve that shit. My grandmother, who I've seen, she was strapped to a fucking wall all because of that nigger, Baron Samedi. I hate that nigger. When people talk about them little voodoo gods and the Orishas, don't deal with them. I'm going to say that right now. A few good guys to go to is Elegua. What's the other one? That I just heard Beyonce. Oshun and Yameya. They're nice ladies. They're very nice ladies. You know, something fucking with my consciousness right now, so I won't tell y'all the motherfucking truth. I mean, all throughout this entire curse, I had to stand up for myself, put spirit guide teams together so I could be able to fight this shit. So to make a long story short, you know, I found out that Miss Preston got a healthcare line, you know, somewhere, and she's worth $1 million and living in a nice fucking mansion. Meanwhile, I eat good, but look at me, I'm living in the hood. I broke the ass teeth. That started happening when the nacimiento, you know, I'm gonna get into detail and explain that. That's an evil motherfucker. I had to expunge him from my body, from my timelines, my conscience, all that. That's an evil entity that was specifically set up to keep me stuck in the curse and to commence it. It's a bald-headed motherfucker that looks like this. His name is Alex Nacimiento, and he's really big on sacrifices. I saw him sacrifice a young Latino girl, a Mexican girl, who I later on, you know, rescued. They actually had a young lady who owns a Santa birthday shop up there in MacArthur Park, who I actually visited one time for a tarot card reading. And I saw her at the end in like a production studio release like a yellow bird into the air. I'll never forget that. But I saw like these people, you know, it was her and a couple of other people. I saw a young white man and a young white lady with him who later on tried to rescue my brother from this curse, my baby brother Brian, who signed an unfair soul contract to become a guru in my body so that I won't be stuck in hell realms. And later on, he got placed as an entity attachment in Barbara and David Rain, aka Nini Ocala. What's his name? Ethan Ocala, aka Ethan Applewhite's body in the back of their head and their consciousness. It looks like, you know, from what I understand, gurus get placed in hell realms. And my brother died in 2012, not that long when, from what one spirit guy was saying, that entity got attached to me. My whole world is just falling apart, you know, after I witnessed something earlier tonight that just made a revelation about what's going on. So to make a long story short, all right, back in the day, there was this song that used to be sung by a young woman on American Idol, and I keep forgetting the name. I don't remember it, but it feels like an alternate timeline, and from what I understand, it does, and it's called "I Could." That was just the simple title of the song. I remember listening to it on my way to Massachusetts after the storm happened. Hurricane Katrina happened in 2005. I would hear it occasionally every now and then on the radio. And at one point I ceased hearing it. Stopped hearing it. Tried to find out why. Just recently, later on, I found out in the spirit world it's because that nigger, Baron Samedi, put me in an alternate timeline where I would never be a successful television presenter. That's what I was meant to be. That's what I was supposed to be. With that being said, he took and cursed that shit. Started giving my blessings away to so-called blacker people. just to spite me. Oh, that's the studious, articulate student. I thought she was going to be somebody big and go somewhere. It's just like my life's been fruitless, and to take so much from me, have me damn near schizophrenic and walk in the fucking streets and have me fight in a fucking battle that's impossible for any fucking body to fight. A sacrifice curse? And stealing my blessings and have me with minimal fucking spiritual protection? I mean, I'm surrounded by spirit guides and shit, some of which are from my enemy, I'm later finding out. For my enemies, some of the people who sacrificed me. Who, don't understand that when your body is as astrally fucked up as mine, I'm barely down to my soul consciousness. I have no barriers in terms of consciousness, so anything can physically come in from the astral plane and physically affect me and touch me and feel me and fuck me up. They never had the fucking modicum of thought to actually put barriers around my consciousness so that my thoughts don't instantly transpire physically in the astral plane. Most very cautious spirit guides and higher selves would think to do that, but mine's don't. It's like I said, I never had spiritual protection. It hurts to see where my life has gone. That's why I don't really like talking to my parents that much. With that being said, that was alternate timeline. I was supposed to be a rich street TV presenter, go on to do la 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 la, do very well, despite that earlier setback in life, going to Xavier Prep. Just thinking about something, man. My consciousness is all splintered and fucked up in the astral plane because I got so many fucking people looking at me as a sacrifice. They put a sacrifice label on my fucking head. Now, getting back to Baron Samedi, one thing I'm going to say is he made sure that I ate. At least I always had $3,000 in my bank, but he put curses on my forehead. That's where people usually put curses, when they put curses on you. In the astral realm, it's around your astral body and stuff. But he put curses in my forehead saying, prostitute, hoe. And he put sacrifice, but very small, so that I won't get robbed of a lot of my blessings. And again, so I could eat. That's why I did all right and still had my good luck in the early 2000s up until 2012, I think it was, when that Alex Nascimento entity attachment looked like this came around. So with that being said, let me go ahead and talk about spiritually what happened. He put me in the roach room. He put my child consciousness, my consciousness in the roach room so that I constantly get picked on and I don't get my blessings. But it was in my own roach realm, which we all have in the back of our bodies. It's nothing like what I'm facing right now, where you got shit talking in your head and where you in the hell realm. I'm in hell right now in my head. This is the worst fucking, most egregious curse you could ever imagine. Evil, pure evil. But I've been learning ways to overcome it with the help of some positive spirit guides. Like I said, most of mine ain't worth shit. I'm learning from the get-go. Some of them do. Sounds like somebody knocking on the door, but that was firecracker going on. That was kind of spooky. I can't tell you how many times I've done come close to death with this curse. I remember one time seeing what I thought were flying birds in there that turned out to be flying cockroaches. I really still am in the roach realm. I've had these people try to transfer me from out of my consciousness into theirs, into their body. The Occalas, not Baron Samedi. So let me make a long story short. So anyways, these two evil-ass crackers, Ethan and Nene Ocala, are searching the astral realm. From what I understand, they have a soul contract with a very sadistic roach realm. They call them poachers. Trying to remember the name. It's Poacher and something else. And they go around just stealing people's shit. Woo, woo, woo. And they're very sentient. They're not stupid cockroaches. They're sentient. And they put them in various entity attachments and all of that to fuck with you and fuck with your head and to fuck it up royally, which is what happened to my consciousness. My consciousness is barely gone, almost gone. I'm so close to the astral realm, like I could literally feel something early in the day, like cutting parts of my consciousness off. My spirit guides, they be crying. I've been told that, they really trying to keep me stuck to the curse. To make a long story short, they put an entity attachment, really an entity attachment of two people. One was my dad from a timeline where he was a deadbeat dad and a deadbeat cop. None of them deserved this shit. And another one where another one is Seaman Anderson. It looks like this guy. Big goofy looking motherfucker. He looked like the guy from Deliverance. He got placed into my body, his consciousness, all over it. He actually had a helm realm situated right up there, right above my subconscious, where some of my ancestors actually went to try to remove. And to make a long story short, they were put in my consciousness and my entire soul body to keep me from rising up and defeating this curse. Because with these roach attachments combined with them, the minute you just fucking think of something, it manifests in the physical plane. It can fuck something up. Like, for instance, I had somebody help me one time, a spirit guide, and the minute my thoughts just wandered over to something negative, it popped, affected them. You can't get any soul rescue like that. You can't function like that. So this entire curse was set up to keep me stuck in it and to keep me from never escaping, but I'm going to escape. This shit goes deep, man. It goes down the soul contracts that weren't made with my permission, every fucking thing else. Because I'm not going to be getting fucked in the head by these goddamn fucking spirits. Fuck it, I'm just going to lay everything out there on Front Street with them. Now, with that being said, because this is fucked up. It's really fucked up. Baron Samedi made sure I had. He made sure I did not lack. Even in New York, I was pretty much broke and homeless. I was pretty, but I was broke and homeless. I had fun. But I always got lucky. Wasn't perfect, but I always got lucky. With that being said, I had a bad feeling about the apartment that I moved in back in 2010 in Miracle Mile, because as soon as I did, my money went down. Every fucking thing just went down. Everything just started fucking up. Everything just started going down to shit. I remember within 2 months of moving there, still looked as I did. I looked exotic. I had the blue contacts and the weave. And I thought I would, when I lived in MacArthur Park, I was able to do 250 and see like 3 clients at my leisure. Could have seen more, but I didn't. Wasn't a whole lot, I'll be honest. But I did well. Went there, Miracle Mile, supposedly nice neighborhood. Spiritually, it's fucked up. Went from doing 250 to doing 200 in 2 hours an hour. $200 for 2 hours. Within moving there. With that being said, that's when now I didn't sense it when I touched his energy, but I saw a client. I believe his name was Applewhite. Looked just like this motherfucker here. As a matter of fact, when we connected astrally, I tried feeling his energy and all of that, and feeling what's going on with him and where he at in the astral plane. He had the same entity attachment as me, the Alex Nascimento character. It controls your consciousness. I still wonder if he put that shit on me. And this was back in 2017, but I just can't see it because he's such a nice guy. I can't see it. Beautiful soul. But he was a lawyer, just like I learned this Ethan Occalas guy is a lawyer who works on, let me